Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Space Game Junkie Podcast. I, as always, am your co-host, Brian, and joining me, as always, is your co-host, Jim.
I'm totally here. Totally.
And your co-host, Spaz.
Hello.
Sadly, Hunter was not able to join us tonight. I hope he's having a relaxing evening off. And joining us from all the way over in London, it's the middle of the night his time, which is really, I really appreciate this. David, Strachan?
Yep, that's perfect. Yep, Dave Strachan.
Oh, wow, great. David Strachan, who is working on the currently kickstarting co-op combat game Undercrewed.
Thanks very much for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I've drunk a lot of coffee to stay up this late, so I'm really worried that, half an hour's time, I'm going to need a toilet break.
I've been drinking a lot too.
You know what? Coffee. You know what? It's fine. We've actually, I think about a month ago, we had, for the very first time, both our guest and I took a bathroom break at the same time. Unplanned. It just needed to happen. So it's not unprecedented now. But let's start out by talking about the game. And then, by the way, folks, we're actually going to be playing this game in a little bit. We're going to be playing it live. So if you might have a better time listening to the YouTube or watching the YouTube in a little bit, because you might have a better... We're going to try and describe what's going on the screen and whatnot, but it still might be better to watch on the video. Just saying. But let's start off with the game itself. Now, what would your elevator pitch for this game be, David?
So I guess it looks a bit like FTL, so that's what people immediately jump to. But you're on your little spaceship with 3 of your friends, so 4 of you, and you're running around controlling this spaceship. So it's a cooperative game. It's online, playing with your friends, and there'll be a story to go through, and the rooms do different things, and potentially each person will be taking on different roles. So you'll have the captain driving the ship, you might have the weapons guy using weapons, shield guy using shields. Actually all controlling the same spaceship.
Right.
Yeah, is there an engineer character? Because it would be neat to see somebody running around banging on stuff with a hammer.
I don't think there are separate characters. I think you run to a repair room.
Oh, so just whoever's in the room would.
Yeah. There's not like a captain and an engineer. And
so it's like this room's on fire. It's not like you have to run over there and put it out. You go to the repair station.
I think so. Is that how? I'm pretty sure. Is that how it works, David?
Have we lost David?
Unlock tree.
Oh, there you
go. Sorry, so can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, now.
And there's an unlock tree. So all of the characters are the same, but you can unlock new rooms to add to your ship. And we will look at the skill tree later, but it's like a big circle, and all of the engineering ones are kept together. All of the weapons ones are kept together. So you might want to specialize in unlocking shields, for example, and your friend might want to specialize in unlocking weapons. But that doesn't mean that you can't use the weapons and you can't use the shields. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically, if you're in the room, then you're going to proc whatever ability that room has. So you don't have to be physically present, like where the ship is damaged, to repair it. You're just in the repair station, and that repairs the ship everywhere at a constant. Okay.
So at the moment, there's one room to repair them, and it actually spawns some little droids that actually go and fix the rooms for you.
Oh, okay.
Which are adorable, by the way. They are so cute. Now, folks... Sorry, go ahead.
Have you seen that game, is it Shortest Path to Earth? I think it was. It's the one... Trip. It's a game that... Shortest Trip to Earth or whatever. Because it's a game that kind of looks like this. It's a modular ship, and you actually build the ship, but all the guys running around in the ship are AI. But what's neat is they actually have to carry ammunition from the storage to the guns and repair things from the repair room out to wherever the ship is broken and stuff. So you end up with like a little ant farm on the ship with like 100 little guys running around. So
potentially we might do something like that, especially with like the energy. I love the idea of actually having to like someone logistically move energy to one room. You know, this room's using up too much energy. We have to get it from the batteries to this room.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's almost like they're shoveling coal into the furnace, you know, but they're carrying batteries, things. But yeah, it's
maybe
kind of
like
a neat
emergency
look.
power kind of thing, where you're trying to boost a system by bringing extra power to it.
So if you have multiple crew in a room, does that make that room perform more, or is it just one? Okay,
one person per room, yeah. And it's 4 players, and there's going to be 4 of us. And when we play later, you know, I'm sure we'll take on roles. You know, one person will want to be captain and have the nice fluffy hat, and he'll drive the ship around. And one person will be on guns, or maybe 2 people on guns. You know, one person on shields and one person on engineering.
Yeah, you kind of have to have that. You kind of have to have that kind of delegation in order to survive, it seems.
Yeah, is the damage location based? Like if I get hit in a particular room, that's the room that's going to get blown out.
Yes, so that makes like building the ship really interesting, because you know, if you want to put your weapons on the outside so that they're closer to the enemies and you can hit them better, well, your weapon's also going to be hit first. So you know, you've got all those thoughts about tactically designing your ship. Do you want to keep all the weapons together or spread them apart? Yeah.
Do you actually get to design the hull, or you have a hull that has a set amount of room spaces and then you just choose which rooms actually populate it?
Yeah, well, there's a few ships in the game at the moment, you know, and each with different layouts, different stats, and also different ways of walking around. So some of them are more spread out, some have the rooms closer, and that makes it quite interesting. You know, do you want something that's more convenient to run around, or are you quite happy to have like a stronger ship, but actually it's harder to get between the rooms?
Okay.
Yeah, I was playing with the AI earlier, and it was neat watching them run around. I like steered a little bit, and then I ran to a weapon room, but they were pretty decent at taking control at the what needed to be, you know, dealt with at that moment. And right now, folks, we're watching an autoplay mode in which the game's AI will learn as it plays. Can you elaborate on that, David?
Yeah, so this part of the story is, you know, there's an accident that happens right at the start, and it kills off everyone apart from 4 crew. So there's 4 crew left, and you and your friends control those 4 people. But I was well aware that you can't always get a group of 4 people together. Sometimes you're 3, or sometimes you just want to play by yourself. So I knew I had to write AI that would control the other people on the ship. And we all know it's not fun when you've got AI on your team and you're watching them and they're doing something stupid. They're not where you want them to be. You know, they're playing suboptimally. And you're like, why are you over there? So rather than writing loads of code that decides what the AI should be doing, I wrote code that actually learns and it evaluates the situation. And the first time it runs, it will just try random things. So, for example, let's say there's like 3 enemies and the shields are low and one of your teammates is dead and some rooms are damaged. Well, it's just going to say, well, shall I try using the shields? And the next time it'll say, well, it's the same situation, but I'm going to try the guns this time. And what it will do is it will compare how well it did. So in future times that the games run, it will actually know, well, the guns were more effective, so I'm going to use those this time. And for me, that was far easier than actually writing AI that would say like, oh, if there's 4 enemies and the shields are low, you need to go and do this. It was far easier just to be like, well, I'll just write AI that learns how to react.
And I gotta say, I like in this autoplay mode, you can hit the space bar and like watch the AI debugging as it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd actually forgot that I'd left that in. So yeah, that'll be really interesting. And it would actually say what it's prioritizing at the moment. I don't actually have the stream up, which I should, so I can see your screen. But yeah, it will say like at the moment I'm prioritizing, keeping the shields alive and destroying enemies or something like that. And I'm going to neglect my friend's health or those kind of things.
Yeah, apparently right now the AI has decided to care about the enemy is attacking and driving the ship and neglecting its own health.
Yeah. But that might work. Trying something stupid like, risking its life to go and use the guns and stuff rather than heal itself, is likely to be a good thing to do in some situations.
Apparently it seems to be working. I mean, right now it's just killing left and right. You got one guy on guns. It looks like you have one guy on repair, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, yeah, no, and two guys who are just standing there right now.
Let's have a look. I should have been organised and actually pulled the stream up before we started.
That's totally fine. Don't want to overload your bandwidth. But yeah, I like how, because there's AI, you can play by yourself, which is really nice. Now, how long have you guys been working on this game?
About 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
And a month of that was spent doing Kickstarter, and a month of that was spent setting up Steam. So, your time gets eaten up pretty quickly.
Wow, yeah. And by the way, just in case we haven't mentioned, folks, this game is on Kickstarter. How is that going, by the way? How do you think that's going so far?
At the moment, it's a little bit behind target. It's still got 32 days. I think I should have checked that beforehand.
34.
34. And so, yeah, I picked a time when there's like school holidays and public holidays that were on. I don't know if that's going to help or hinder me. Also, I don't know. I don't have a huge community behind the game at the moment. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
So what's your funding target?
£5,000. So that's going to be about $7,000, maybe
Yeah,
a bit more.
That's not.
Yeah, that's
terribly
quite reasonable.
anything, so.
That's quite reasonable, yeah.
It's totally achievable.
Yeah, totally. And the problem is there is some Kickstarter fatigue, I think, right now, which isn't helping anybody. I mean, there have been some fairly high-profile Kickstarter disasters. Yeah,
but I think when you compare that to the scope and the level of funding, right? Because it's like this has a very high percentage of getting made. The things that won $1 million, probably not.
I think that if you're making a game like 2 years ago, putting it on Kickstarter was like the meta. Like that's what you had to do, either for marketing or for the money.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty much like if you were on Steam, it was success guaranteed, and it's if you were on Kickstarter, it's guaranteed. And now neither, because those markets have saturated, and well, we know what Steam looks like now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I got to give props to anyone who wants to be a game developer right now, because it is amazing, but it's also horribly difficult.
It's tricky. I'm talking to developers all the time, and even Steam's not an enjoyable place to be.
Oh no, in some ways, it's the best time to be a game developer due to all the tools available, due to all the digital distribution platforms, GOG, Origin, Steam especially. But it's also like the worst time because there's so many games coming out. How do you get attention? How do you get eyes on? It's just insanely frustrating sometimes to see these hardworking game developers like you and like a lot of the developers we have on just struggle to get recognition for their awesome games. we've had a lot of awesome games on this show that deserve more love than they get. You know, so it's just very frustrating.
Also, it is good that making games is very accessible at the moment. So if people do have quirky ideas, you know, we get to play them. And, you know, as a player myself, I do enjoy that aspect as well.
Oh, yeah, especially when you're talking about a specific genre that kind of died, like this one, for a while. If it wasn't for indie developers like you and so many others, the genre might still be dead, except for Elite and, Elite. But thanks to the availability of the tools, as you mentioned, there are all these great space games coming out, like yours and so many others, which is a blessing and a curse, really. It's like, it's so great, but oh my God, there's so much to keep track of. There's so much competition.
Yeah, over 7,000 games were released on Steam just last year.
Wow. Yeah. How does anyone... I mean, every day I spend at least a half an hour going through upcoming and new release lists, you know, just to see what's coming up.
What I've found that cuts my time way down is I don't like Metacritic for much of any reason.
No.
But if you go there and you look at PC games and then pending releases or recent releases, it will show you absolutely everything that came out on Steam.
Oh.
And so it gives you a one-stop shop. You just get a large list of like all the junk without having to struggle too much.
Does it show stuff besides Steam, like GOG or Itch or anything like that?
I'm not sure. I don't think it shows Itch, but it's whatever they do to populate their platform. I'm sure they're not doing it by hand.
It should show Itch. To be perfectly
honest. Itch is becoming more and more of a force, because at the point where like Steam is more like a mobile app store now, you know, the signal to noise is really bad. So I think that indies being seen on Steam is not necessarily a success guarantee anymore. So it's I think indies are gonna like kind of indie up in their own space again, and maybe hopefully we'll start driving more traffic through Itch.
God, I hope so, because there are a lot of great games on Itch that aren't on Steam yet. And
yeah, I feel if there was some sort of an affiliate program where you could get even like 1% of sales, it would be worth it to me to set up a curated site that's just like, here's a site with good things, no garbage. And if you buy it through us, we get 1%.
Well, that's what Steam is relying on more and more. They're putting more on the shoulders of curators and reviewers.
Yeah, but there's no incentive for me to do that if I'm not getting paid. Right. I'm saying I would actually create an external site that would just link into Steam then, or whatever. But like if you go to Humble Bundle or Good Old Games, right? Like Humble Bundle is a good example because they're a Steam front end, because they sell nothing that isn't a Steam key, right? But when you go there, they're selling, you know, Steam keys, and it's not like all the trash is on there, because they actually vet their stuff before they let you in. And I haven't actually been through that process. Anybody that wants to educate us about what that's like, trying to get Humble Bundle to actually put you on their site, that would be interesting to hear. Because, you know, there's like the whole shower with your dad thing and poop in your soup, and that stuff's just not there. So it's like, okay, they're weeding it out somehow. Yeah. Which I think is just what needs to happen, because otherwise visibility for good things is terrible.
Yeah, something needs to happen. Anyway, let's move on to a happier note and actually play this. What do you guys think?
Right.
All right. So
sounds good. I'm gonna boot up. Right, here we go.
So yeah, folks. Again, this is on Kickstarter, and it's really, you'll see once we play it. It's really simple to get into. It's basically the WASD keys. That's it. Or arrow keys, I guess. And that's it.
Well, I wanted to use the really simple keys for loads of reasons. Like, because it's a 4-player game, if you can fit 4 friends around the same keyboard. It actually already works. Yeah. You know, it works great on gamepads. Yeah, and you can have like 2 people on one keyboard and then play over the internet with some friends who have 2 people on their keyboard.
That's great.
So I really wanted to bring back some of that like couch co-op kind of play.
Yes. Love couch co-op. I'll have to test this over the Steam link. See how well that works.
Yeah, so I've done the same, and putting it on a TV was absolutely fantastic with little Steam controllers. It's brilliant.
And I have to say, even as a pre-alpha, because it runs on Unity, it's fairly stable. I was able to put it in a window and dynamically resize it. That's how it's being streamed right now. No problem.
That's because it's not Unity. It's actually written in Game Maker.
I thought it said Unity when I launched it.
No, I think it says Dave and Dex made a game.
Oh my god, I must be getting my games confused. I'm so sorry. I think I am getting my games confused. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I feel like an idiot.
So how have you found the network code to be in Game Maker? Is it pretty intuitive to use, or just struggle with it?
So you have to write it all kind of like raw. You have to be sending like packets and stuff. But actually, it's really easy once you've kind of like learned how to do networking. Once you understand the concept of how games do networking, then actually you just write it like any other code, and yeah, it's pretty easy.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. So how do we do this? I'm going to hit online.
Yeah. So if you click online, and then you can just start inviting us.
All right.
There'll be click online and then invite.
Jim, you got to get out of Pixar. Come on, man.
Yeah. No, I'm in both, man. It's happening.
Okay, well, I'm going to send you an invite. Hope it works. And then I'm going to add... What, Dave?
We should definitely say this is such an early build.
Super early. Super early. It's going to crash.
Me and Brian discussed if it should be shown or not, and I thought that it's more interesting if we have something to show you rather than just talking about it abstractly. But yeah, like I said, it really only has like 4 months of work on it.
Dave, what's your
I'm Mr. Dave. Actually, I can see, so I can just do join game, and I'll load in. There you go. Because all of the lobby system's done on the Steam party system, so you just right-click your friends and click join. So
that worked great.
I asked for an invite, but I knew I didn't actually need one. I could just join you because you had an open party.
I was looking for Dave, not Mr. Dave.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start the match.
Yeah.
I have the first crash. I win.
Have you? You've crashed?
Yep. But I've had it running for a long time in the background too, so maybe that's why.
Oh, maybe you're already in a party. There is actually a small bug where you can be like in multiple parties. Should we just back out?
No,
then?
it's cool. I'll just rejoin.
Oh,
because he sent me an invite, and I was trying to join on him, so I will just redo that.
Hey, because I actually backed out when I said that, and now I might not be able to join.
Early access.
Yeah, my join game is grayed out now.
Yeah, it's because the match has started already.
Okay.
So if you could just back out to the main menu.
Right. Okay, and then I'll try again. It will
sort itself out. Yeah.
All right. So I started the match again. If you guys can see it.
Yeah, join game.
There, that worked. That worked. All right. I have taken push to talk off because I realized I was talking and not putting my pedal down. So all right, let's start the match. Here we go. Now we have all these different types of ships. Wow. You got 6 ships here. Let's start with the simple one. Let's start with the Enterprise one.
Yeah. And actually, you can go to the ones that are grayed out. You can see some of the ones that I've been prototyping, showing, trying out different styles, making sure it's balanced, making sure it's fun to play. And you can see some of my art suddenly creeping in. These big black and white drawings.
I really like this asymmetrical design here. All right, let's start with the Enterprise one. So let's see. We need a shield, and we need a bridge, and we need a shell gun. Let's see, rapid fire gun. Let's do that, and then we'll do a laser, and then we'll do two energy chargers. Is there any limit on how much I can put on
it says just above in the header, so like 0 of 2, 0 of 2, and then
I see it. I see it. Yeah, okay.
It says like what it recommends. So it still recommends a room to repair them. So that's the repair drones and a medic. So some of the rooms we've got is there's the holographic medic which you can activate and he'll go around healing your team, or a medibay which you just you stand in to be healed.
And I'm guessing some of these, they do use energy, have different energy usage. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you got to use the energy chargers to make energy.
Yeah.
I see. All right, let's start. All right, so I'm going to go to the bridge and start moving things. There we go. Woohoo!
Being a proper pre-alpha game, I've actually been logged out as well. So,
oh, no!
I know. Oh, I can't believe it.
Are you guys in the game at all?
No, it has left me at the. I see my team, which is the three of us. I don't see Spaz though, and then it says waiting for host. So maybe it froze.
Yeah, it shows the team here. I see the three of you and waiting for host. So I'm stuck at that menu.
Oh man, early access, folks. Oh,
yeah, this is pre-alpha, so don't judge it on that.
Yeah,
I think I actually know what's happened is because we were doing the autoplay mode first, it actually put us in like a dodgy party. So if you could just like
I'll quit the game.
A fresh party.
Got it. I'm on it. Early access, ladies and gentlemen. Early access. This is what happens when you play an early access game. And we're back. I'll just do full screen now because why not? Online. All right, so I've started. I've created the lobby. So I guess you guys can try again.
Trying to load in.
Okay, we got Dave. We got Spaz. Okay, we're all here. Let's start the match. And now we'll.
Cool. So now we can all see the grey page, and we can all see the mouse moving as well.
Oh, I can see your mouses moving. Oh, that's really neat. Cool. So can we?
This was my first guess, is because we should have been able to see each other.
Oh, look at that!
The ship.
Look at that! You can see each other. You can actually all. I was going to ask about this earlier, but I got a little distracted putting the ship together. But you can all. Say like, well, I want that, and be like, no, I don't want that.
Because I mean, part of the teamwork in the game is actually deciding between you how you want the ship to look. If, like we said, if one person's dealing with just the weapons, he might want to say like, look, I want the weapons over here, or I'd like to keep these rooms close to each other. And actually, I don't know if you guys were just randomly dragging things over. That's actually a pretty solid design for a ship, I think.
I was not randomly. All right, are we all here? Oh, it looks like we are.
So
yeah, is there any sort of like energy limit to the ship? Like if I was going to have this component, then I need to like I couldn't put the best of everything. Right?
Someone get to weapons, please.
So the energy is in the bottom right corner, and there are some items that require you to have that give you more energy, but it's mostly that things just burn up energy. So some of the better rooms, like the lasers, actually we don't have any like high energy items on this ship, but yeah, things like the the lasers just deplete your energy so quickly. So if you want to have that style of ship, then you'd actually need to agree with each other. Like someone's going to have to really seriously look after the energy on the ship, the energy levels. I'm going to go and repair some of these rooms because I think we've already taken a a wee bit of damage.
How can you see the damage? Oh, I see.
Okay,
I see.
so they get little cracks around them, and if they get more seriously damaged, they'll start like sirens will go off, and
oh, I see. Yeah, the shield room is damaged. I see it now.
Yeah. So I wanted to keep the user interface really minimal. So like the enemies don't have any health bars. You actually have to see the damage on them. You know, the rooms themselves don't have any health bars. You actually have to look, because, well, firstly, I didn't want to make anything very cluttered, but also because you've got a team of people playing, you should be able to coordinate between you. Like, look, kill this shit. This one's got low health, or we're really damaged over here. You know, we need someone to repair these rooms.
Right. Yeah, this is really fun. So right now we just have this survival mode in the game, in which it's just waves upon waves of enemies, but eventually more is planned. What can you tell us about the content that you plan on integrating?
So, I mean, this is all to do with the Kickstarter as well, and what I'd love to do is have a full campaign with cutscenes and a story. I've got quite a nice story written, but obviously like that requires like animators and that kind of thing.
Oh, jeez.
So while like defeating waves of enemies is quite fun for a while, it doesn't have like a long-term pull.
Yeah, like you want to do something else. Like you want to have actual like missions where you actually do things. Oh, the repair drones! Yay, little tanks, little tankies. They're so cute.
So we're doing quite well at the moment. There's a few enemies around. The shields are getting pretty bust up though.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how much.
Where? Oh, yeah. Beastman, he did say that. Whoops. Beastman, yeah, he did say that. He's been working on this for 4 months. It's pretty impressive. I mean, besides that one bug we ran. Yeah, besides that one bug we ran into. Oh, thank you, Beastman. They just backed at the 4-player level. Thank you so much.
Oh, what a dude. Legend over there.
I sound like we're doing a pledge drive. Thank you so much for your pledge. We will we'll be sending you your tote bag.
Yeah, we need a sound effect of like phones ringing in the background.
If you pledge at the $20 level, you not only get the tote bag, the cookbook, and the collector's pin. You also get this VHS cassette of Liberace's greatest hits. I used to watch those things when I was a kid. They were so weird.
I don't know who's on Guns, but they're doing a good job of bringing it back.
Yeah, who's on Guns? I can't really tell. Me. Oh, good job. So
it's not actually just me working on the game. I have an artist called Dex. I mean, we saw what my art looked like earlier with the black and white ships.
Right.
So he's the guy that's drawn everything so far.
Yeah, and I like how, like, I wouldn't call the art cute, but it is stylish for being top-down 2D art. Like, these little ships here that are flying under us right now have a lot of little flair, lot of flair to them, and these biological ships, like with all their little pustules and their little fangs, I guess. Game over.
Yeah.
Why is the game over?
Yeah, all went to 0.
So we just ran out of HP, so and there's no game over screen at the moment. Obviously, that's not the final game over screen.
Right.
So if we want to back out, and so if you just whack escape, we'll back out to the menu, and we can try a different spaceship.
Let's try a different ship. For some reason, I don't know if this is a bug, but I'm listed twice on the team.
I see myself twice on my screen as well.
Interesting.
I see myself twice as well. So,
all right, well, let's see what happens. So we're going to start a match. Okay,
I can still...
Yeah, okay. We seem to be good. Let's try a different ship.
Yes. So this is like a more engineering ship. Like the rooms are quite nice to get between. It's quite slow, but it's got more HP.
Right.
So let's use some of these like high powered. So we've already got a bunch of energy chargers on. So let's grab some like some of these high energy like laser weapons.
Oh, right. Can only have one laser beam, but you can have two. Oh, spray and pray. I like that. Well, let's put that over here. Oh, where'd that go? Okay, let's put spray and pray over there. And we definitely need a shield. No shield. Oh, so we already got the shield. And we have a bridge. And we have a medic. And we have the repair drones. Oh, someone put the... Whoa.
You dragged it off.
Whoops.
So if you want to remove the rooms, you can just drag them off and they kind of explode.
Oh, that's kind of
Now, in theory, maybe we can run with 2 drone rooms.
Yeah, we can definitely try that. And so after the Kickstarter, what I'd like to do is have one level finished to like a really high standard, so I can start balancing things. Because you were saying about having 2 drone rooms. Like, is that going to be overpowered? Is it going to, unbalance the game? And I'll be really interested to know, like, if people go for like a repair heavy ship, is that going to be balanced? Or if they're a hardcore gaming group taking it really seriously, is it going to be overbalanced? Or they might be a casual group, and does it work for them as well? So it's going to be quite tricky to make sure that ships work for everyone.
Oh, I got a crash.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
fatal error in action number 1. All right, well, that's fine. Let's
We'll give that another go then.
hang on. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm going to just hang on. I'm just going to paste that for you in the.
Oh,
there you go.
lovely guy.
Well, it gave me the option to copy, so I figured it would be helpful. All right, let's start the game again. Early access again, ladies and gentlemen. This is very insanely, stupidly early access. So do not judge the game.
Yeah, pre-alpha. You can't really judge harshly when it's pre-alpha.
Yeah, internal pre-alpha. So like, yeah, it's version 0.3.2. So super early, FYI.
Yeah. And actually, the 0.2 is important because I actually had to put some menuing in just for you guys. You are the most number of people I've had playing this game simultaneously. So I was like, I'm going to have to put some actual interface in so you can see what's happening at the side.
Okay. All right, so we got Jim. And so is this game maker that it just integrates with Steam, or did you have to do something special for that?
Getting the Steam lobby systems are a little more tricky, but there are some extensions and stuff that you can use to do that. So it's all pretty easy to do, like Steam games, Steam lobbies, once you know how.
Right. Okay. I want to see what the spinner does. There we go.
So the spinner's a weapon that I really like. You get these 3 shots, and they come out and they'll get faster and faster. And the further away the enemy is, the more damage it does.
Oh, that's pretty great. That is pretty great. Okay. So besides fighting, is there exploration in the game? Like, what other things do you have planned in the game?
Okay, so there's lots of different like mission types, and it might not be all fighting, but most of it's going to be done when you're under attack at least. So you might have to go around collecting what are those capsules? Like escape pods, while you're under attack, or you might have to defend places. But it's not really going to be any exploration because. So what the story is, because I guess that's going to be quite interesting, is as I said, the game starts just after a bigger problem on the ship that's killed off all the crew apart from the 4 people left. and you want to continue with your mission. So the story is going to be about learning what the mission was about, and also there's going to be some other quirks. So everyone on the ship is actually a clone. So part of the story is going to be finding out, like, well, why is everyone a clone? And, you know, what was the original mission? And so it's actually going to be not about exploration, but it's actually me taking you through the story of the mission.
Oh, okay. I like how someone has to be steering. That's pretty...
Well, okay, so what's happened here is we've had a power cut.
Oh, no!
Someone was using too many laser guns.
Oh, no, what do we do?
They will come back in just a second, but
no.
It now makes me think that I should have been paying attention. There we go.
Oh, no.
Right, I'm going to get some more.
More
power.
Someone get on the guns.
I say get on the drones. We need 2 people on drones real fast.
All right. Oh my God. Oh no, how do I get over there? Oh no.
Ready.
Wow. That was nowhere near.
That was pretty brutal.
That was brutal. Wow. Let's try that again.
I guess. So there's no sound.
Yeah.
And there will be like warnings that we would have got prompted. I actually took the sound out because the sound I've got is like placeholder. It won't be in the final game.
Right.
And also, if it's being broadcast, I didn't want like non-commercial music to be.
Yeah, I would have turned it off anyway, so it works out. I would have turned the sound off probably anyway, or at least turned it way down, so it works out fine. All right, let's try this ship. Let's try this crazy looking thing.
This is my favorite one.
Really? Ooh.
I don't know why. I really like the design. Also, I see them as being like little groups of rooms, so that I don't know. I don't want people to be like selfish over their rooms, but I quite like the idea that people be like, these are my 3 rooms. I'm going to look after the energy. I'm going to do it really well. But I'm going to use these 3 rooms in this corner.
Right. All right. Let's get some energy in this mofo right here.
One thing to consider with this build is putting passive rooms maybe in the less accessible places, the less easy to access places, just so that we don't have to worry about running to them in order to activate something.
I dig that.
Now we're thinking with portals. Yeah.
Actually, the boosters would not be a good idea because that drained our energy way too fast last time.
Yep, they used up a bit of energy.
And just walking over it triggered it, which meant that to get to other rooms, you were triggering it when we didn't need it.
So I've put a big battery room in that corner where it was, because that's a passive room, so we never need to actually walk into that corner. And it just means that we have a bit more power reserves. So we're definitely going to need medic and shields. So on the right side in yellow, I've just put some little recommended, like Overwatch style. You know, I quite like how it says, too many snipers, not enough healers. So, and what do we want? A holographic medic or a medibay? Or a cloning room. So if one of us dies, they just get printed out a new version of themselves.
There's a cloning room? Where's that?
Yeah.
I don't even see
that. So it's right near the bottom.
I see the damage up. I see the holographic medic. I see the medibay. I see the repair.
I just added it.
Oh. Oh, it's a very colorful ship. All right, let's give it a shot.
All right, I'll handle this.
God, no. Son of...
Okay, I actually know what's happening. It's whenever we're in a party for the second time. That's why it didn't work on the first time we tried, because the game had already been played, and this was actually the code I put in this morning to get ready for this podcast. So it's actually my fault for trying to do live coding.
It's fine.
That's totally understandable.
It's
totally understandable.
It's gonna happen.
Another game. On the menu, there's a crew skill tree.
Yeah. I was looking at that. I was looking at that earlier. I brought it up when you were talking about it earlier. Yeah. Oh, wow. Whoa.
So what made me think is that because I had the cloning room because I've unlocked it. So at the moment, because it's development, there's infinite skill points. And I've actually unlocked the cloning room, which was one of the bottom ones. And I always see this as like a Path of Exile style skill tree where, they had a big skill tree, but, you could work around the tree. So like all of the shield things or anything to do with looking after the ship is in the bottom corner. All of the guns, the red ones on the left. And then where they join, you get like interesting like combinations of the two. So it's not in the game yet, but one of the rooms that's going to be between the shields and the weapons is a tractor beam that holds the enemy in place. So I kind of saw that as it's a bit defensive, but allows you to kind of attack them. So yeah, in between the kind of 4 quadrants are kind of like a mixture of the two.
I like that. I like this. So they're all connected in their own way. I dig that. I'm just clicking every one of these.
Just unlock it all. Just unlock it all. And,
I'm unlocking
so what I'm guessing is it created some sort of desync error because we don't have the same rooms unlocked. Would be my guess.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
So everyone unlock everything.
So this is why I was also saying earlier that all of the players are the same, but different people in the group might have unlocked different rooms. So that's kind of how you're able to kind of like customize how you want to play, while still staying the same on the actual ship.
All right, I've unlocked everything.
You missed one, Brian.
Did I? Where?
Just north of the skill tree. It's the third one up above it to the right.
Got it. Thank you. Good eye. Holy crap. I didn't even see that.
I was watching the stream.
Good eye. Thank you. I think I got everything else just fine. Yeah, all right. I unlocked everything. So I created a party, so...
Right, cool. Come and join.
So how do you unlock the skills? Is it
Oh, I haven't actually totally decided yet. So I kind of know that I'd like people to. Okay, so first off, there's about 150 rooms at the moment. Not all of them are implemented, and I guess I want people to unlock like 30 rooms in like one playthrough. So I don't know if I'm going to give them like a bunch of skill points at the start and then like 1 or 2 skill points after every level. I don't know if I'll like dot them around levels so people have to go and find them. I think that actually it's going to be really interesting trying to work out how do people progress through the skill tree.
Right, yeah.
Well, one thing that might be interesting would be you travel over these planets and galaxies, and as you explore, you see was found by you or Dex named as.
Yeah.
So if you find a new one, maybe that earns you skill points, or maybe just 1 skill point just for finding a new one that someone hasn't discovered before.
Yeah.
So what about if it was a thing? There are skill things that are floating out in space, and you have to have a room that's like a science lab, and if you fly over to it, somebody has to run into the science lab to actually unlock it for everybody.
I mean, they're all really good ideas. I just want to point out that I'm not like the most egotistical person in the world. So those pop-ups, I would like to eventually fill with Kickstarter backers' names. So when you actually go over a planet, it will actually say like planet discovered by, and then the name of someone that backed the game on Kickstarter.
What if all the Kickstarter backers are actually frozen corpses that you can find in space?
Oh, actually, I wish I'd have thought about that. If I'd have done that, I'd have definitely implemented that.
You still can.
There's still time.
You still can. There's nothing stopping you from as far as I know, there's nothing stopping you. Your game, man. Nothing stopping you at all from implementing that. Jim, have you?
I would have to do.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'd have to do both because one of the pledge levels was, getting a planet named after you. So, I wouldn't want to remove that. So if I did anything else, it would have to be as well as.
Right. Like maybe put it at the same tier, but you can choose either whether you want a planet or an escape pod, like Jim said.
Or if you're a backer and you didn't back enough to be a planet, then you just get to be a frozen corpse.
Yeah, I mean, it could be at a level in which you get the game. Because you are a backer, you can be one of the random corpses that can be flying through the infinite vastness of space, and someone can just come across your dead body.
Which would also mean you need like a windshield wiper module.
Oh, there's that.
Like dead bugs.
Or some kind of, what was it on a train? A cow catcher? What was that thing? The thing where
Yes, on the front.
Yeah, something like that. Oh God. Space just full of dead bodies. It's full of floating dead bodies. Jim, did you unlock everything yet, by the way?
Yep.
All right, so we're just waiting for you to rejoin the party.
Oh, okay.
Now
there we go. Maybe.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
there
great.
We go.
Awesome. Let's do this. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, that's a lot more stuff. You're absolutely right. So let's.
All right, so we got to pick the right ship.
So people don't get overwhelmed. That's why I start off with a small number of rooms that you can't go wrong with, really.
No, that's totally fair. Yeah, that's totally fair.
So, like, there's some rooms now that will increase how fast we can run around the ship, which is great. But if you're not using it correctly, then it can be like a wasted resource.
Right. Double laser. Boom. Oh. We have batteries.
So maybe we
now.
should just have two guns. Just two weapon rooms. Just because we only have so many people to run around the ship.
That's true.
And if one person's handling shields, one person is handling the bridge, that only leaves two guns anyway.
Yeah, I mean, this is the exact kind of thinking that I would like players to be going through. I mean, actually, if people want to play it like Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, where you can just go to any module, I'm fine with that. But I think some of the more coordinated teams will definitely start taking on roles. They'll already have decided, like, I'm going to unlock this part of the skill tree. I'm going to cover this area of the ship.
Right, exactly. Let's see. Do we have two battery rooms? Oh, do we have any energy chargers? I don't think we have an energy charger. Hang on.
Hey, guys.
Get an energy charger. Yeah.
I have a pet issue. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. Whoops. That's okay. So that was the. Let me move the holographic medic over here. So now we have an energy charger and two batteries. Damage, drones, a shotgun, a laser, cruise speed, a shield. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, it does look good.
I'm thinking take out the damage up, maybe put in another repair drone in there.
Okay, doke.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, you do it. All right.
I quite like putting the damage up ones in a corridor so that people just keep on triggering it as they're running around. But let's go with the repair drones because we've needed those in the past.
All right. I'm running for the batteries.
Right. I'll start driving the ship. I mean, not that we need much driving, but...
Oh my gosh. Whoa! Whew. Okay.
So those lasers do a ton of damage, but they burn through the energy. They actually burn through the energy faster than anything, so you can actually see it going down.
Yeah.
Even though we've got plenty of reserve power.
Again, that shotgun.
Yeah. Maybe we should have put the weapons a bit closer, so...
Well, oh crap. Now we know. Crap.
Yeah, so maybe put the weapon rooms up near the bridge and then that way they're next to each other by the bridge.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna send out the repair drones. There we go.
We're one man down, so I don't think this is going to go well for us.
Probably not. Oh, die. Okay.
Yeah, you saw those lasers basically melted that enemy.
That's right. Oh, crap. Okay. Send out the drones. Crap. I'm stuck. Okay. Okay, good. Got the lasers. I'm on shields.
Right, I'm going to start repairing some of these rooms.
So do the repair drones repair the hull as well?
No, at the moment there's no way of repairing the hull. I have to be really careful when balancing that because
Right.
I don't want the game to be too easy. What might happen is that you know how there were like you only allowed one type of laser gun, you only allowed one type of missile gun, you only allowed 2 types of shell guns. Well, I think I'd quite like to have a type of room called like a super room, and you only allowed one super room, but I have like some one of those is like really good shields, like far better than all the others. One of those is like a really good weapon. One of them will repair your hull, and it will mean that people will be able to be like, right, we're allowed one speciality room, like one room that's overpowered. What one would we like? And I think it might make people have to make interesting choices.
Right, yeah. Oh, what? Okay, I was like, we're stopped, oh no.
No, so that was me. I mean, while it's nice to try and keep away from the enemy at the moment, because it's just the laser guns are so far away from the enemy. Not benefit. Oh, we died.
Oh, man. Now, are there going to be, like, boarding actions? Like, can people board your ship and then you got to fight them? Is that gonna be a thing that can happen?
Potentially. So, I mean, there's nothing that's off the table at the moment. I need to make sure that it's well balanced. I mean, people really like that in FTL, but then the logical next question is, you know, can I board enemy ships? And then it starts to break down at that point, because then the enemy ships are moving around so fast, they're off the screen. How would that even work? But I mean, I'd definitely love to see some, at least on one level, you know, some enemies board the ship, and you have to, you know, somehow defend against them. I think that would be fantastic.
So to do another thing, do we have to quit the game and restart it?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's stay safe.
Yeah, let's try that. All right, I'm quitting the game. I'm gonna restart it now. Dave and Dex made a game. I'm sorry, I got your game confused with another game that I played like 20 minutes before the podcast that came out today that was made in Unity, and so I got confused. All right. I've started a match. Jim, you back yet? I wonder what the pet issue was. Hopefully it's something serious. Well, if we do the 3 of us, will there be an AI that fills in the 4th spot?
Yes.
All right, let's do that. All right, what ship haven't we done yet? I don't think we've done this one.
Let's try one of the vertical ones. Get slightly different shields. This one's quite a nice, it's a fast one, it turns really fast. But it has the downside that it doesn't have a huge amount of room.
Oh, missiles.
So those are really powerful, the missiles. They don't work like the other ones. The missiles are guided, and what happens is they slowly load over time, and then when someone enters the room, they'll deploy all of the missiles at once.
Oh, jeez.
So it works mechanically slightly different to the others, but I think there'll be an interesting thing to add.
So I put all the weapons and the energy thing right near each other. That way, you just run back and forth.
Yeah.
So let me switch this around, Brian.
Okay.
Put the battery room at the edge so that you don't have to run to the room. It's just there. It's passive.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it. So we need a repair room now.
So maybe we'll put one up by the weapons and one on the other side.
I dig it. Let's do it.
Looks good.
Hold up. Oh, too late. I was going to say we put the small shield on, and that's a more powerful shield, but it's also a lot smaller.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard shield to use. I'm pleased I'm not the one looking after the shield. So there you can see all the
I'll see what I can do.
I'll do the shield. You guys do I chose the shield. I'll deal with it. You guys do the weapons. Boing. I really like that warble effect.
Yeah, that's it's done with a shader, so I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm actually gonna turn around. Shit, let's get into a bit of combat.
I like those homing missiles. Those are fun. Oh man, they got taken out by the. Okay. Yikes. Whew. Okay.
Oh, you're doing pretty good on shields.
Yeah, it does take a bit of finesse to move to where they need to be, but once you kind of get a handle on it, it's not super bad. Oh, damn. Oh, geez. Whoa. That was big. Oh, geez. Oh, boy. Okay. Whew.
I think now that we're being a bit more organised, we're having like more sensible compositions for the ship. It's starting to be a bit manageable.
Yeah, totally.
I think that we.
Yeah, we're kind of getting it.
Yeah.
Is this a repair? This is the repair shields. Oh. Okay, good. Oh, whoa. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, I really like that shield effect. That is really, really great.
I mean, obviously you understand that, there's no kind of like big explosions on the enemies. None of the enemies explode when they die. There's no explosions, and that will all come. And I have some great ideas for the shields, because when they actually get like destroyed, I want them to kind of like blast away, have these nice particle effects.
Ooh, or have them shatter like glass. Something like that. Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
So at the moment, they kind of just like suddenly appear and they suddenly break, and it irks me a little. But it just adding graphics and stuff. It's just time.
Yeah, of course. Oh, good. Oh boy. Whew. Kill it. Make it dead. Okay. That's a
working on it.
Okay, that's a big one. Okay. So yeah, right now, folks, we're actually doing pretty well because we organized the rooms in such a way. I think we're actually surviving. Maybe this might be the longest we've survived so far.
Definitely. I mean, we've only taken 20 damage, and this is a pretty weak ship, so we are doing good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Get some lasers on those.
Whoa. Okay. Whew. Okay. All right. Oh, geez. What is that thing? Okay. Yeah, there's a wide variety of disgusting-looking space beasts coming at us from all corners and shooting all sorts of things at us. Now, one thing that would be really creepy would be like if these biological things would like shoot a thing that would latch onto your ship. You know, that'd be cool.
Oh, I'd love that. I'd love to animate them. It will definitely come one day. I love the idea of them kind of like organically like moving just a little bit, so you can tell that they are, you know, biological. In my mind, if you think back to like StarCraft, one of the buildings in that had this like huge, I don't know, bulbous thing, and you could kind of see that there were like aliens moving underneath it occasionally, and I'd quite like to do that kind of thing. I think that'd look pretty neat.
Oh, damn. Sorry. Got hit a little bit. But yeah, right now the art is very colorful. It's very stylish, very vibrant. Yeah, it looks really great.
Dex, who does the art, makes really fantastic, like family-friendly art, and
yeah.
I can see, like, you know, families getting together, you know, playing with their kids, all kind of building little spacecraft together.
Right. Yeah, especially since can you do 4 players on one machine?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, that's wonderful. We might have covered that earlier. I'm just remembering the 2 players on one and 2 players on another, which is already awesome. But, oh, shit, crap. Okay. The shield, oh man, we took some damage. I'm really trying to be the goalie and like catch all that stuff before it hits us.
Yeah, this strong shield's working really well for you. I'm definitely going to give it a nerf. Data set of 1, and I'm going to give it a nerf after this stream.
Oh no, it's working. It's working so well. Ah.
I would actually suggest for this particular shield, giving it, say, 1.5 on each side. That way it has less of a, maybe reduce its strength a little bit, but increase its range by 0.5 pip on each side of it.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that's it's definitely possible. I was just watching it. I think the recovery time is just far too high on it. Like, as soon as it gets hit, it only takes like 0.5 second for it to kind of go back to normal. And I think that's...
probably a little too powerful. But
yeah.
But if you balance that by giving it a little bit of extra range, so it takes more hits eventually, then that sort of balances out that. Makes it a little bit easier and accessible to use, but it's rewarding to do so because you still have that extra strength.
Oh boy! Oh jeez. Okay.
I'm going to release all the missiles because I think that.
Yeah, I was going to say
those are definitely overpowered as well.
Oh, those are super overpowered. Oh my god! Whoop.
Because they track things down and they just do like huge amounts of damage. It's pretty brutal for the enemy.
Oh, we got hit. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I could see this getting more and more chaotic as time goes on, especially with only 4 people.
Well, I mean, remember that in the actual campaign, we'll be trying to complete missions while these kind of enemies are attacking us. So, you know, we might be mining asteroids or, you know, running away from something or chasing something or defending something, which means that, you know, it's taking away more manpower, you know, because at the moment, we're kind of doing okay, you know, mostly using the weapons and shields and occasionally going and getting the repair droids out. Actually, I'll get the holographic medic out. I think some of us need a bit of healing.
How can you tell what our health is? Oh, ow.
So there's a tiny little bar underneath, and that will definitely change. It's just, for most of us, it's like a green bar.
Oh, I see it. I see it on you.
When you've got full health, it doesn't display it. So that's why you didn't notice it until now.
Right. Oh, sorry. God damn it. So, folks, I'm angling the shields within, what is it, 6 quadrants?
Yes.
Quadrants, 6 sections. Would they still be called quadrants if it's 6 of them?
I think quad means 4, so probably not.
Yeah, probably not. 6 areas, 6 effective areas. and it covers like a bubble around the ship, but you gotta time it. Oh man, I'm doing bad right now. But you gotta time it so you're at the right spot, so you cover your hull from getting hit. It's kind of like you're aiming the shields at the right spot. And this small shield is a bit funky in that it takes kind of precise maneuvering to put it just where you want it. The other shield was a bit weaker, but easier to do this.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh no!
This one has a higher skill ceiling, doesn't it?
Yeah, this one definitely.
Yeah.
This one definitely takes more finesse. Definitely.
But once you got it down, like you have, it's pretty powerful.
Now the weapons work differently as well. Like some take longer or harder to aim properly than others.
Yeah. So you can see with this shell gun that we've got, it takes a bit of time to move around. This is quite a fast one, but lots of the other guns actually have rotation time. Again, that's the same dilemma of, do you want a easy to use weapon that might not be as effective, or do you want one that requires a bit of practice, but once you really got it, you can kind of squeeze the damage out of it.
Right. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Hey, we're getting more stuff on the screen now, folks. Oh man.
So just to show how little has been worked on this game, is it only got its name Undercrewed a few weeks back.
Oh.
I did a poll on Twitter with a few names that I'd come up with, and Undercrewed was the one that people voted for, which was my favourite one because it really matched the story that I was going for, and it made me feel like, Undercrewed. It makes you feel like you're the underdog and you want to go and help, and that there's a situation that needs dealing with. So
exactly.
I'm very happy with the name.
It also reminds me of a game we're actually playing this month.
Fudge.
The Captain is Dead.
Oh yeah, I've not heard of that game.
That is it's a board game. It has a tabletop simulator version as well, and that is a game we'll be playing later this month.
Cool.
Crap.
So we mentioned FTL a lot, but actually the original idea from this game actually came from a board game. Is that I used to love playing Space Cadets. And
yes.
Yeah, so everyone has their own role. You've got someone doing weapons, you've got the captain, and that's probably the biggest influence on at least the start of the game. I really loved how when you were winning, you were shouting at your team, and when you were losing, you were shouting at your team.
For entirely different reasons, but yes.
Have you worked on other games before this, or is this your first?
So me and Dex have done lots of web games before. So
okay.
When I was younger at school, we always used to play like flash games on the internet at lunchtime. And if you ever wonder who makes those games, it's made by people like me and Dex, and they're massively successful. Like, people are playing them all the time.
Oh wow!
Like, literally all the time.
Oh, that's great. What are they called? Yeah. What are they?
We've got a Total Smash Out, which is like gladiators trying to knock each other off of a stand with those little like foam mallets. We've got Match'em, which is a puzzle game where you have to like match all these tiles together, and then loads of others. We did Blobber Clobber, we did Anatomy Attack, and put them online. And
where can one find these? Or do you want to?
They're on my website. They're on Newgrounds. They're on any of those kind of websites. So I put them on davetech.co.uk. That's probably the best place for people to find them.
Yeah, send me a link to that
and
so I
we
can.
have died.
Oh wow, we lasted a while though.
We did. I got distracted. I was talking and I stopped repairing things.
So did I. My wife texted me, and so I was like, and it was something very important. So I was like, oh god. And then we lost the shields. Interesting. The number is going up in the HP.
Now, interestingly, it just crashed on me again.
Do send me that one because I don't know why that happened. An interesting reason why it's now counting downwards is when you're sending internet communications, you say like, I'm going to send you a number between, let's say, 0 and 255, and if it goes below 0, it will wrap around back to 255. So I'm sending a number between like minus something 16,000 and plus 16. So when you die, it's wrapping back around to the other.
Sorry.
You think you've got HP.
Oh man, sorry about that. Like, the game is loading, so it totally screwed up the sound for a second. Sorry, folks. We should probably start winding up though, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Because I'm super tired, as I'm sure you are. Oh my god, it's like what, 3 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning right now.
Yeah, it's 2:45, but I feel very awake now. I'm.
Oh man, I don't. Sorry, but I'd say that was a good tour of the game, though. What's there right now? Again, folks, the game is called Undercrewed. Whoa, why did my voice do that? It's called Undercrewed. Wow. I'm a teenager and my voice is breaking. It's called Undercrewed. It's called Undercrewed. It is on Kickstarter right now, and it definitely needs your help. So please head over there. There's a link in the event for YouTube and Twitch. There will be a link on the MP3 post on the website in a day or two.
And I did link the Kickstarter in the stream chat, so if you're watching this, you have already seen it. Just go back to the beginning and you'll see it there.
Exactly. Exactly. So, just a couple quick programming notes before we wrap up. This Thursday on the LAN party, we are going to be shooting and running over zombies in Gas Guzzlers Extreme, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Zombie mode is the best thing in that game.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be playing. And then next Tuesday, we're going to be playing some EVE Online, if you'd like to join us, and talking about past, present, and possibly future space massively multiplayer online games. There have been a lot. A lot of them have failed. Let's be honest. But yeah, we're gonna as we play EVE and futz around in that, we're gonna be playing that. So, David, I want to thank you for especially coming on in the middle of the night your time to talk to us about your game. This was a lot of fun, and I could definitely see. I think the only thing I would ask for, I guess, is a spectator mode. Really, that way we could do tournaments and stuff, like which crew lasts longer, and then like we can have commentary on how the crew is doing and stuff, like as we stream. So if that, sorry, no, I was gonna say if that's a possibility, that would be really great.
So actually, there is a way that could be done at the moment, because even though I keep on saying it's a 4-player game, at the moment that version you were playing will allow, I don't know how many people, probably 255 people to play, and 4's the maximum at the moment. But if you, I thought that what was going to happen is I was just going to stand there so I could see what you were doing, and I was going to let 4 other people play. So yeah, you could definitely, it would be really easy to broadcast it around.
Oh man, yeah, that would be fantastic if we could like have tournaments and stuff, see who lasts longest, with the best score, that kind of thing. Are there going to be scoreboards and stuff? Is that a plan?
Very potentially. I've always loved games like Orcs Must Die, where you can see how well your friends did.
Yeah,
Because you always get that like rivalry. You're like, oh, he's been playing the game, he beat my score. So it is something I'd love to do. I don't know how I'd even go about scoring people's games. Should it be like how fast they do it, how many people they kill?
Yeah, that would.
Mixture?
Yeah, like how long they lasted, how much they killed, how much damage they did. You know, that sort, like damage per minute, maybe something like that.
Or even how many systems they repaired over the course of the run.
Yep, you could give them bonuses for using like or having empty slots, or using like bad rooms.
Ooh, oh, if they gimp themselves, yeah. I like that.
Challenge mode of sorts. Yeah,
I like that.
See if anyone can like complete it with only using like 4 rooms.
Well, we could probably talk about this all day, but we're gonna let y'all go. Thank you so much for listening, everyone, and to our Kickstarter backers. Thank you for help keeping the lights on. We've got some ideas for some new tiers in the works. I just need to do some logistics.
You mean
Patreon. What did I say?
You said Kickstarter. That's okay, though.
Oh, my God. I could not imagine running a Kickstarter campaign. That's like another job. It really is. Now, to our Patreon backers, we've got a couple of tiers in the works that'll actually give actual rewards, because we want to make this channel even better. And we could definitely use your help. So keep an eye out for that. But to our existing Patreon subscribers, thank you very much for helping keep the lights on around here. And for everyone who's watching and listening and interacting in the chat rooms, we really appreciate it. And we'll see you all next time. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.